All right, ladies and gentlemen, the video is going to be a bit different compared to my other videos, bro. Ouroboros Yap session. This isn't going to really be specifically just shit talking Forsaken, but more so what the problems lie on with this game, dude. Now, I've been playing Forsaken for about 7 months and have 20 days on the game, so I think I'm a pretty credible source when it comes to the history of this game. Now, I'm just gonna go into one of the bigger problems, if not the biggest problem with Forsaken as of right now. Lack of content and focus on cosmetics. Now, if you guys are new players, let me give you guys some insight for how the game was in the earlier stages of Forsaken. Back then, the only killers that were in the game were Jason, Cool Kid, John Doe, and 1X. And for the Survivor cast, it's basically the same, but you got Taff and Duscar a bit later. And Two Time was basically just a useless character until he got his rework. And for the maps, we only had Brandon's Place, Yorick's Resting Place, Glass Houses, Horror Hotel, and Planet Voss. Ultimate Assassin's Ground, I believe, came out with the Duscar update, so technically you could count we had Ultimate Assassin's Ground as well too. But for the sake of this video, let's just count Ultimate Assassin's Ground and Duscar on the original cast, dude, because they came out pretty early. But up until that point, we only played on like 5 or 4 maps. Now you're probably wondering, the roster for the game's always been small, but they do update the game and they do drop pretty big updates. So where does majority of their assets and hard work go to? Skins and cosmetics. For as long as I've been playing this game, we would get more skins and cosmetics over any major gameplay changes or map changes. I do not know what the Forsaken dev team's obsession is with cosmetics or seeing what fucking outfit is on their character, dude, but they absolutely go nuts for this shit, dude. And even the devs would eventually joke about it, bro. But it's not funny anymore because you guys still fucking do it, dude. Like, even if we look at the recent changes, the Noli update, and even the one that came out now, dude, what was majority of the change logs? Cosmetics. The game devs actively choose to work on cosmetics and skins, even though a good chunk of the community doesn't really care about most of the skins they drop, and ignore actually working on newer characters or new content for the game, dude. And on top of that, a lot of the skins they work on, they end up scrapping anyways. For an example, the 1X Kara skin, like, I don't know why they even scrapped it. A lot of people would have actually liked that skin, and they ended up scrapping it because it didn't fit for the character. And it's not like majority of the community even prefers them to dev like this, dude. Yeah, some of them like some of the skins they drop, but I'm pretty sure 99% of those people wouldn't even care about the skins if they actually just got a new character that update instead. And the dev team knows that. The people working at the game know that. So why do they still do it? Now, let me tell you guys this. The Forsaken dev team isn't dumb people. They know majority of their community, or the ones that are still playing the game, are children. And children don't really care about gameplay changes or how the game actually flows because they don't really understand stuff like that. They know as long as they drop something with a lot of colors and a cool intro, even if it's not a character, they know a good chunk of the community won't bat an eye and won't give a fuck. They know majority of the community actually wants them to work on the game. They just don't care. They're lazy as shit. And it's not like it's the new devs or whatever, or the new people on the dev team. I want you guys to understand this. Even since Diddy Driven Love has been working on the game, this game's sole drive was cosmetics and skins. I honestly don't know what's up with that, but it's always been like Forsaken's thing, is just skins. But anyways, on to the next problem. Lazy developers. Not only do they update like once every 2 to 3 months, on top of that, the updates are usually half done all of the time. For reference, the Jason redesign update, he doesn't even have an LMS with guests, and on top of that, some of the skins don't even work as intended, dude. And you know, that is a small thing, but there's other updates in the past that's way bigger than just, you know, missing an LMS, where they've been missing like whole features from the game that they have to add like a month later. I mean, for instance, bro, the biggest thing is Noli. Playing Noli before this update's buffs was practically fucking ball torture. Now, I'm not saying he was unplayable because I could still win my matches when he came out, but it was not fun to play him at all. And the reason why he dropped like that is because the devs didn't even play test him. They kind of just made his moveset, made sure it actually worked, and just dropped him. It took them a month or 2 to actually make him fun to play, when they could have just set aside a week to actually fix everything that was the problem with him. But you know, they just sat on their ass and did nothing, because you know what I mean. I dropped a new update. The kids have been fed their slop. I don't need to go into Roblox Studio for another month or 2. And not only that, but there's just many, many more with even some of the skins that they put so much time and effort into, where they're half done, half baked, and they're not even fucking like finished, bro. Honestly, all around lazy devs, and they have no shame of showing it neither. Honestly, in my opinion, probably the new gen of the most laziest devs on Roblox as of right now. I'm not scared to say it neither, dude, because I'm pretty sure a lot of other people could agree with me on that. And I mean, another big one is them lying about adding the private server killers to the game. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically they promised they'd add the mod exclusive killers and mod exclusive survivors as private server survivors or killers you can play with your friends. Now they said this many months ago. So long ago that I actually forgot about this shit. What happened to the private server killers, dude? What happened to everything you guys said? To anybody that genuinely believes this is a passion project still or anything, you're absolutely wrong, bro. I can't remember the last time this game was supposedly a passion project. This game is a means for everyone that has access to the Forsaken code in Roblox Studio to live their way of life. This is their job, and in my opinion, they are doing a pretty shit job at it, bro. Now, what can they do to fix these problems? Now, the first thing I think they should actually do is stop working on cosmetics and skins and actually develop their game. Start making new content, new actual survivors and killers, not skins, new characters. They put too much effort and time into some of these skins that they're basically new characters and just overall a waste of fucking time. Maybe in once in a while drop a skin like that, but not every update should have 5 skins like that, man. It's fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that we don't want any more skins and would just prefer if we got more characters and content. Now, the next thing I think they should do is at least update once a month. Now, Forsaken updates whenever they want to now, and I believe everything in life moves way smoother when you actually have structure and a schedule. And the third change I think they should make is actually listen to the community and see what they want. The Forsaken dev team doesn't really care about whatever we want and doesn't really listen to us when it comes to things about the game anymore. Honestly, not even anymore. I don't think they've ever listened to us, really. And fourth, the most easy one to do, just actually play test shit before you drop it, bro. Noli would have been so much better to actually use on release if they actually just play tested them instead of rushing it. Now, what will happen if they don't listen? Well, it's kind of obvious. The game is kind of already on a slow decline. I know someone's gonna say, oh, if it's on a slow decline, why is it still popular? The game is at 100K. I will say the game is still pretty big, but it is definitely not what it used to be. Forsaken in its prime used to average around 400K players at night. Forsaken was hands down at its biggest during the 2-time rework when it hit 1 million players. So it is definitely slowly falling off. Majority of the people that played it don't enjoy playing it anymore. So what will happen if they don't listen and they just stay on this track? Well, eventually another game will overshine them eventually. Whether that be somebody who made a game similar to Forsaken that's just way better to play, or for instance, I don't know, a game updates that's way better. Pillar chase. Well, without a doubt, if this continues, I'm pretty sure the game will eventually die. Now, I know that we're talking about recoding the game, but I kind of feel that's bullshit, and I don't think they're actually working on a recode of the game. I mean, first off, why are they even recoding the game if they only have like 4 characters in the game? It doesn't make sense. They're just bullshitting. Now, as I said, I wanted to make this video to address the problems about this game, because even though I do shit talk the game a lot in majority of my videos, where I say the game is shit or fuck the Forsaken dev team, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I don't mean any of that shit, and it's all love at the end of the day. I genuinely enjoyed playing Forsaken at one point. Even though some of the community is a little weird, and even though the game is kind of chopped to play right now, at one point, I genuinely did enjoy playing this game. And you know, even today, I still log on once in a while to play even a round or something, dude. I used to genuinely enjoy playing this game. And it's sad to say that I genuinely don't enjoy playing Forsaken anymore. As of right now, I do not like playing this game anymore. All right, yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about, though. Bye-bye.
Fortnite, boy.